Hi, and welcome back to Inspired Method Marketing, your Edmonton business coach here on YouTube. My name is Karen, and this is my husband Trevor.
Hi there.
And today we're going to talk about committing to lifelong learning. It's very important to always be learning and growing, and we're going to tell you, I guess, our take on why it's so important and how we've approached this subject. Michael Gerber, the author of The E-Myth, says that people who are exceptionally good in business aren't so because of what they know, but because their insatiable need to know more. I love that word, satiable, insatiable, satiable. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's just where you're always like thirsty and hungry for more. That's what that word means. Some people get that word confused with satisfied, but I mean, satisfied means you can fulfill it. Insatiable means like you're always wanting more. Most CEOs and executives read 4 to 5 books per month. That's coming from Inc. magazine. And actually, I just shared a post yesterday about the top 7 reasons that people are successful. One of them is reading 30 to 60 minutes a day. Now, if I do that, I could finish that book that I've been reading for months now. But yeah, you know, when I do a lot of reading, I just don't do it all in one place. And there's always things I'm reading. But anyway, but find something good, read it, get it done. Don't be like me. So business owners and employees alike often think that learning stops once they graduate university or trade school. Nope, it does not stop.
No, it doesn't stop. But a lot of people do stop.
They do. And that's why you have to remind people. Just like anything else, you stop using it, it will go away. You stop brushing your teeth, they'll go away. You stop exercising, your muscles will atrophy. If you stop walking, you can't walk anymore eventually. I mean, that's a really easy way to think of it. You stop reading, you kind of stop growing. So, and it actually keeps your mind sharp too. That's another thing. Like people just don't realize that until it's too late and they've gotten older. And you look around you. I mean, it's not a good sight.
Nope.
So, what should business owners do to continue their education?
Well, take a note from you. They should read.
Yeah.
Definitely be reading books.
Every day.
Every day. Read some good books. Find business books. Find things that you're interested in. Even find contrarian views to what you believe. So that you can be stretched in your mind and your imagination on something that you thought was a truth.
Yeah, maybe it will just challenge you to think from a different perspective. I think that's actually very important.
Yeah, find out different ways of doing things. And another thing that they can be doing is attending, good conferences,
webinars, seminars.
Not webinars, but there's a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff on YouTube. I mean, there's a ton of great information. A lot of great people you can learn from. A lot of the top entrepreneurs and business owners, they have videos on YouTube.
Lots of free information.
Yeah, like there's no reason that you cannot continue your education for free.
I think some people might get that kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but you think if it's free, it must not be good, but they might not see the value in it. But actually there is so much really great, valuable information that's free. Even in Facebook groups of other people who are experts, there's a lot of value out there. You just kind of have to sift through, find what you want to learn about. So what will be the outcome if your competition continues learning and you don't?
They're going to surpass you. They're going to eclipse your knowledge. They're going to eclipse your talent, your ability. They're going to go past you. And it may not even be in your certain discipline. Let's say they learn how to be a better fill in the blank. That could be one solution. But the other one can be they may learn how to market better.
Yeah.
They may learn how to do SEO better. They may learn how to, network or, expand the business sales-wise. So there's other ways that they can grow, not necessarily just in the discipline that you're involved in, but they can learn and grow how to become a better business owner. And that is something that you need to be aware of and why you should, hire an Edmonton business coach like us at Inspired Method.
Yep. Should a business owner view learning as an event or a continuing spot on your calendar?
Learning should be always on your calendar. It should be ongoing. You should be learning every day, taking in whether it's an ebook, a podcast, reading, lots of different ways that you need to be spending that time learning something new every day, or even just reinforcing your knowledge so that it's always fresh in your mind. That's something that it doesn't stop when you stop school.
And we actually only reach probably 40% of our potential, so there's a lot of room for growth there. Do good employees tend to execute proven strategies or change things on the fly?
Well, good employees should execute those proven strategies, not just switch and change things up whenever they feel like it. That's
like a phone script. That's kind of an easy example. Like, just stick to the script.
Yeah,
it's proven, not just by one place. If we've made this phone script, it's because it works.
Yeah,
closing rate is higher.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, the good employees, they execute the proven strategies because they work, and employees who don't, they change things to suit their needs. So.
And it gets messy.
Yeah.
So is it up to the owner then to research organizational improvements?
100% it's up to the owner, because they're not going to do it for you. You might find the rare unicorn, you might find something good, but typically it's up to the owner to research and find better ways to make things happen in the business. That's, you can't abdicate that responsibility to an employee, because they're there to do the job you've asked them to do, and that's it. They typically are done there. That's the level of their involvement. If they do it well, then you should consider yourself blessed. But it's up to you to find ways to improve the business and make it more saleable and scalable.
Okay, here's one. Is it any coincidence that the top level CEOs read more than the average person?
No, not at all. That's why they got to the top, and they want to stay at the top, right? You always have to be learning and growing. Otherwise, you'll lose your position, lose your spot, because there's always somebody else who's going to know more, who's going to be more educated, who's going to be faster, smarter, better. So if you're not continually growing and keeping pace, then you're gonna fall behind.
You'll be eclipsed.
That's it.
I like to use a lot of analogies.
Wow. I feel smart.
Do
you read a lot?
Oh, I don't know. I must, because I have all these things running through my mind all the time. How does scheduling learning help you avoid shiny object syndrome?
Well, if you're scheduling learning, then when you see an alert, a ding on your phone that, oh, I got a Facebook message, or I got an email, or there's this new business ideas, new
tool,
new thing.
There's a new tool.
Yeah, there's a new tool that'll make your life easier, faster, better. It doesn't. Yeah, you waste time on that, but when you're actually scheduling time to learn something new, then that's what's important.
Yeah, and the quote that comes to mind when you were saying that was, time on a task over time beats talent every time. So you could be using a tool, for example, like a scheduler maybe, and as you get to know that tool and use it to your advantage, you get better at using it than if you just, oh, this doesn't work after using it for a week, and then try something else because you heard it works over here, but you end up just starting over all the time. The momentum drops and it's not good. So
yeah, that's right. Wasting your time and efforts on the wrong things.
So why is it important to schedule time to pass this knowledge onto your staff?
Very important to pass it on, because if you don't, who's going to do it?
You're stuck doing it all.
You're stuck doing it all. If you're not learning better ways to run the business or serve the customers, or just be better internally, and you're not passing it on to your employees, they're not going to go out of their way to learn it for you, right? If you want to build culture in your company, you have to be passing on the knowledge and the culture of lifelong learning, the culture of doing it better every day, the culture of sustainability, the culture of over-delivering. You have to be teaching that to your people on a regular basis, because they have short attention spans, right? We all have short attention spans. And when you teach it to somebody else, it also reinforces it for you.
And thinking of short attention spans, when you're reading, I think you actually grow your attention span, because you have to really focus for a while. Like for me, that's probably what takes me so long to read, is that I really have to focus to take in the information. And you can actually grow that attention span, especially if you block the time, you're going to be doing that, you can have more focus for longer periods of time, which is kind of counteracts that negativity around short attention span. So, should you generally make incremental changes or sweeping radical changes?
Well, it's pretty obvious. You should not be making massive radical changes to your company on a weekly basis. That is a recipe for disaster. So always be, making small changes, a little bit at a time, and then as they're adapted and adopted by your team members, then from there, you'll just see the company grow overall over time.
Yeah,
right?
and people don't like change. So why make these big changes that are just, they might like the change, but they don't know that if you make it too big, if it's more of a subtle, incremental, people accept it much easier.
Yeah, and it's almost like if you're out on the sea and you just turn your boat over, like that is
too much.
A sweeping radical change. That's bad for your company. Right?
Or turning the boat around 180 degrees too fast, you could capsize, right?
Yeah.
Like just go gradual.
Small changes, like you said, the quote, time on a task over time eventually beats talent every time.
Yeah, that's right.
So, cool, that's it. That's from the Edmonton business coach, Karen and Trevor, an Inspired Method marketing and business coaching. This has been fun. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Don't be lazy.
And join us on the next one. Bye.
Bye.